In the mid-2020s, a strange thing happened. As artificial intelligence learned to generate flawless images in milliseconds, we expected digital art to take over completely. Instead, the opposite occurred. The infinite abundance of algorithmic images made the physical, human touch infinitely more valuable. This cultural shift arrived at the 2026 Met Gala. The theme they chose, 5,000 Years of Fashion as Fine Art, sent a clear signal to over 1 billion viewers. Human creative legacy is irreplaceable. This report from the 2026 Maddox Gallery Art Trends Forecast illustrates the economic reality. Collectors are paying high premiums for art that proves a human was present. In just 1 year, street art sales surged 23%. Looking at the supply data, we see why. When digital generation becomes infinite, the physical human touch becomes the only scarce resource. We're seeing this demand across the board. Naive painting, raw, imperfect, and human, now has museum waiting lists. Collectors are seeking out immersive, sensory work that feels emotionally rich. The global status symbol has moved away from technological perfection and toward verifiable human intention. Mayur Gangasagar understands this transition from the inside. A classically trained fine artist, he spent 17 years as a visual effects supervisor in Hollywood, working at the intersection of art and technology. His career spans over 100 productions for major studios like Disney and Marvel. He also led digital teams for Warner Brothers, Netflix, and Amazon Studios. He has spent nearly 2 decades seeing exactly what machines can and cannot do. His core realization was simple. Machines can execute a prompt, but they cannot feel. They cannot paint with intention or create a piece that holds a specific philosophy or a piece of the artist's soul. Understanding those technical limits is why he founded Roseson Arts Gallery. He saw that physical, intention-driven art is the only movement that remains meaningful in an automated age. So what art is actually filling American homes in 2026? We are seeing 4 specific trends dominate the market. First are earth tones, warm clays and moss greens that make a room feel grounded. Second is neo-art deco, which uses bold geometry and gold accents to create a sense of physical, dramatic glamour. Then there is expressive spiritual art, featuring devotional subjects like Radha Krishna or Buddha to add meaning to a space. Finally, we see large-scale maximalism, pieces designed to be a conversation rather than a simple decoration. These aesthetic choices represent a psychological rebellion against digital emptiness, bringing genuine warmth and physical presence back into the rooms where we live. A particularly significant niche within this movement is the emergence of Bitcoin art. The market validation for this niche is already substantial. At the Bitcoin 2025 conference in Las Vegas, a single Bitcoin sculpture sold for $2.2 million. Cultural institutions are taking notice too, with the Ross Ulbricht collection being exhibited at major global art events. Bitcoin has evolved into a philosophy of sovereign ownership. Art is how those philosophies physically live on our walls, turning an abstract digital concept into a tangible part of a home. For American tech founders and entrepreneurs, displaying Bitcoin art functions as a modern claim to history. Just as previous generations used oil paintings to signal their role in the industrial or merchant era, these collectors are using physical art to document their place in the digital revolution. When you choose art for your wall, you choose between a generated image with no history and a physical legacy made by human hands. Roseson Arts Gallery was founded to make this shift towards fine art accessible for everyday homes. Every piece is created on demand for your specific space. We use museum-grade polycotton canvas, avoiding the cheap polyester used in standard prints. This diagram shows the construction: solid wood gallery wrap stretcher bars and UV-resistant archival inks. These materials ensure that the color remains vibrant for over 75 years. You bring Hollywood VFX-level artistic direction to your own walls, with pieces starting at $72. After all, human vision is the new luxury. Click the link in the description to browse 22 collections and over 1,100 canvas prints. Use code ROSES10 for 10% off your first order, and subscribe to see the trends that are defining American walls in 2026.